So find the equation of a parabola. It's got a vertex at 2, 6. So just a quick sketch. Here's the vertex. And x-intercepts at 1 and at 3. So, and at 3, there are x-intercepts. So it must be that the parabola is opening like this, hitting the x-axis at 1 and at 3. So what's the equation for that parabola there? Well, there's a couple of approaches that you could take. One is you do the vertex form. So you start with this information and say, okay, it's got to be in vertex form. So y equals, there's a number in front right here. Then you go x minus 2 because of this 2 is squared, and then plus 6. And then there's the vertex, 2, 6. But the thing is, all that does is say you've got a parabola that's going through this point as its vertex, but it could be really, really wide. It could be that it's really, really skinny and doesn't go through 1 and 3. So that width is controlled by the number a that's sitting in front. Now in order to find a, all you have to do is pick one of those other points that we haven't used yet, and that's basically going to control how wide it is. So this has x equal 1 and y equals 0. So substitute that in, that x equals 1 and y equals 0, and then we can solve for a. So subtracting here is going to be a negative 1, but when you square that, it's a positive 1. So a times 1. So it looks like a is equal to negative 6. So it would be y equals negative 6, and then x minus 2 plus 6. I forgot my square. The other way that you could have done it is start with this information first. And then you would say, oh, x equals 1 and x equals 3. That means that just before that, somebody had x minus 1 equals 0 and x minus 3 equals 0. And then just before that, they had x minus 1 times x minus 3 equals 0. And then you multiply this out. But when the person factored it, they could have had some number a sitting right here in front, which gave them no solution for x, but is just the number a. So then you would multiply this out, a, and then x squared. The middle term would be a negative x, and a negative 3x is negative 4x. And then that would be the parabola. And again, we would have to find out a. So in this case, you would plug in this information, the 2 and the 6. So we would have a times, so x is, so 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 3 equals the y, which is a 6. So what do we got? 4 minus 8 is negative 4. Negative 4, positive 3 is negative 1. So it turns out the a is equal to negative 6. Voila. So you just put that back over here. Y is negative 6. And then I would even multiply it out. So negative 6 times this, negative 6 times x squared, negative 6 times this is negative 24x, and negative 6 times this is negative 18. And it's a different form, but it is going to be the same thing. If you were to multiply this out, you would have this.